Hello guys, this is Shoaib Yaqub. In today's session, we will discuss the MCQs of December 2014 attempt. Let's start with the first MCQ. The T company has just paid a dividend of 21 cents per share and its share price 1 year ago was $3.1 per share. Total shareholder return for the year was 19.7%. What is the current share price? Okay, we know from the basic that total shareholder return is given. That means total shareholder return is equal to closing market value minus opening market value plus dividend divided by opening market value. And total return is given, opening market value is given, dividend is given. We need to calculate this closing market value, and that is equal to, if total return is given, that means opening market value $3.1 into 1.197. So at the end of the year, total return is 3.711, and it includes a dividend of 21 cents. And if we remove that dividend, that means closing market value should be equal to 3.5. So A is the answer. Okay, how we have calculated this? I have multiplied this total return with the opening market value, so I got this numerator, and I know this value, so I have deducted the D from the value, so the remaining will be the P1, the closing market value, and that is 3.50. Okay, what about the question number 2? Which of the following statements are or is correct? Securitization is the conversion of illiquid asset into the marketable securities. Yes, in securitization, you need to remember 2 points from the securitization. Securitization convert illiquid assets into the liquid assets, means marketable securities, and securitization will lead us to disintermediation. Intermediation means there will be an institution involved which will unite the lender of the funds and the borrowers of the funds, the provider of asset and the user of the asset. But in disintermediation, you can directly deal with the provider and the user of the assets. They can directly meet there without having any center like intermediation. So this is the correct answer. A, first statement is correct. Reverse yield gap refers to the equity yield being higher than the debt yield. Okay, what is yield gap? First of all, what is yield gap? Yield gap means when yield means return. What is the meaning of yield? Yield means return. When return of equity is higher than return of government bonds, that is yield gap. When return of equity is higher than the return of government bond, we know from the basic of finance that the return of the equity is always higher than the return of the bond, because equity is risky and everybody wants higher return from the equity. But what is reverse yield gap? What is reverse yield gap? When return on equity is lower than the return of bond. When return on equity is lower than the return of bond, that is called the reverse yield gap. When economy is in recession, when equity market is down, then the return of equity is normally lower than the return of the bond. That is a reverse yield gap. So what is written here? Reverse yield gap refers to the equity yield being higher than the debt yield. So this statement is wrong because this is actually the yield gap. This is not the reverse yield. So this is the wrong statement. Okay, what about the third? This interpretation arises where borrower deal directly with the lending individuals. Obviously, we have already discussed that. So 1 and 3 is the correct answer. Okay, let's move to the third. Maximizing market share is an example of financial objective. Maximizing market value can be the financial objective, but maximizing market share is not a financial objective. So this is a wrong statement. Shareholder wealth maximization is the primary financial objective for a company listed on a stock exchange. Yes, this is a true statement. Financial objectives should be quantitative so that their achievement can be measured. Yes, this is also a right statement. So 2 and 3 are the correct answer. A company whose currency is the dollar, so that means this is the domestic currency, expect to receive 500,000 pesos, so this is foreign currency. In 6 months time, the following interest rate and exchange rates are available. Spot rate is given, 6 month forward is given, borrowing and lending rate is given. Working to the nearest triple the round off, what is the 6 month dollar value of the expected receipt using a money market hedge? Okay, in first step, as we are expecting to receive 500,000 pesos, so borrow in foreign currency. 1 plus 8% into 6 by 12. So dividing 500,000 pesos divided by 1.04, this is 480, 769 pesos. Now second step, convert this into dollars by dividing with the 15. This is 320,052. It's 51 actually. Now deposit this amount into home currency, that is 1 plus 3% into 6 by 12 into 1.015. So the answer is 32,532 and round off answer is 32,500. So A is the perfect answer. Which of the following statement is correct? A bonus issue can be used to raise new equity finance? No. In bonus issue, you cannot raise new funds. In bonus issue, actually, you are converting one kind of reserve into another. A share repurchase scheme can increase both EPS and gearing. Yes, in share repurchase scheme, you will buy back your shares. Number of shares will be lowered and EPS will rise. And obviously, when equity will be lowered, definitely gearing will rise. So this is a correct statement. Miller and Modigliani argued that financing decision is more important than the dividend decisions. No, we haven't heard this statement. Shareholders usually have the power to increase dividend at annual general meeting of the company. No, directors have that power and shareholders have only that power to appoint the directors. Which of the following statement is correct? Tax allowable depreciation is a relevant cash flow. Tax depreciation can never be a relevant cash flow because depreciation is not a cash flow. However, tax saving on the tax allowable depreciation can be relevant. So this is wrong. Asset replacement decision require relevant cash flow to be discounted by the after-tax cost of debt. No. After-tax cost of debt can only be used in case of lease or buy decision. So this is a wrong statement. If capital is rationed, divisible investment project can be ranked by the profitability index when determining the optimal investment schedule. Yes, this is a true statement. Government restriction on bank lending. Government restriction on bank lending means hard capital rationing. Okay, investment project has a cost of 12,000. So this is year 0 outflow 12,000. The possible future cash flow arising from the investment have the following present value. Okay, this is the present value of year 1 and its probability, present value of year 2 and its probability. So multiply the outcome with its probability to calculate expected value. So let me calculate it. 16,000 into 0.15, that is 2,400. 12,000 into 0.6, that is 7,200. 4,000 into 0.25 minus 1,000, that is 8,600. Okay, what about this? This is 15,000 and this is 500, 14,500. So if we plus 8,600 plus 14,500 minus 12,000, answer is 11,100. So C is the answer. Which of the following statements is correct? Once purchased, currency future have a range of closeout dates. No, it has a flexible closeout date. You can close it before the expiry by taking the opposite position, but its settlement dates are fixed, that is March, June, September and December. So this is a wrong statement. Currency swaps can be used to hedge exchange rate risk over a longer period than the forward market. Yes, forward future options are short-term hedging strategy. Currency swaps or interest rate swaps are long-term hedging strategy. This is a true statement. Banks will allow forward exchange contract to lapse if they are not used by the company. No, this is a flexibility that is available in option contract. This is a wrong statement. Currency option are paid for when they are exercised. No, premium will be paid at the start of the contract. Question number 9. A company has 7% loan notes in issue which are redeemable in 7 years time at a 5% premium to their nominal value of $100. Before tax KD is 9% and the after tax KD is 6%. What is the current market value of each loan notes? Okay, let's calculate. Years are 7. Cash flow, every year you will receive $7. In calculation of market value, never consider tax, 105, and discount that at before tax KD, that is 9%. Okay, the annuity factor of 7 year is 5.033. 8 to 7, that is 35.23. And discount factor of year 7 is 0.547 into 105. Plus 35.23, that is 96.67. So A is the answer. These are the following statements concerning working capital management are correct. Working capital should increase as sale rises. Exactly, this is a true statement. An increase in cash operating cycle will decrease profitability. Obviously, your own money, you will receive your own money after a longer time. Definitely, you will have to borrow from the bank and it will dent your profitability. Overtrading, another name of overtrading is undercapitalization. So all the statements are true. D is the answer. Which of the following is least likely to fall within the financial management? Least likely means that is not the part of the financial management. Dividend payments to shareholder is increased. Funds are raised to finance investment project. Dividend payments are increased. This is a dividend decision. Funds are raised to finance investment project. This is a financing decision. Surplus assets are sold. Investment decision. Non-executive directors are appointed. This is not a financial management decision. So this is the answer actually. Which of the following statements concerning profits are correct? Accounting profit is not the same as economic profit. Yes, accounting profit. What is accounting profit? Which you have studied in F7 or in your basic accounting paper. That is revenue and losses. Revenue minus losses. And what is economic profit? Economic profit is something which considers relevant costing Like economic profit is something that is revenue minus losses minus opportunity cost. So obviously accounting profit can never be same like the economic profit. So this is a true statement actually. Profit takes account of risk. No, we have never considered risk while making income statement or balance sheet or something like that. Accounting profit can be manipulated by managers. Yes, it can be manipulated. So 1 and 3 are the answers. In question number 13, company has an annual credit sales of 27 million and related cost of sale is 15 million. Company has the following target for the next year: receivable days 50, inventory days 60, trade payable days 45. Assuming there are 360 days, what is the net investment in working capital? So this is simple. Receivables are equal to 27 million into 50 over 360. Inventory is equal to 15 million into 60 over 360. And payable is 15 million into 45 over 360. So if we solve receivable, that is equal to 3750 000. And if we solve inventory, that is 2.5 million. And if we solve payable, that is 1.875 million. So 4375, this B is the correct answer. Okay, what about the 14? An investor believes that they can make abnormal returns by studying past share price movements. And whenever you study or try to expect gain, this is the past share price movement. That means you are doing the technical analysis. It's a quite simple MCQ. Which of the following statements are correct? An increase in the cost of equity leads to a fall in share price. This is the correct statement. Because if you want to calculate market value, that formula is D naught into 1 plus G divided by cost of equity minus G. If you increase the cost of equity, market value will go down. Investor faced with increased risk will expect increased return as compensation. Yes, this is also a true statement. Cost of debt is usually lower than the cost of preference share. Yes, all the statements are true. So the answer is D. Okay, next is government have a number of economic target as a rate of their fiscal policy. Which of the following government actions relate predominantly to the fiscal policy? Fiscal policy means two things: tax and spending. And when there is a monetary policy, interest rate, inflation. So decreasing interest rate, so no, it's not the part. Reducing tax, yes, this could be the answer. Using official foreign exchange reserve to buy, no. Borrowing money from the capital market and spending, yes. So 2 and 4 are the answer. Okay, which the following are extracted from the statement of financial position? Equity is given, non-current assets. Okay, current liabilities are given. Ordinary shares have a nominal value of 50 cents per share and are trading at $5. Preference share a nominal value of $1 and trading at 80 cents. Bonds have a nominal value of $100 and trading at 105. What is the market value based gearing? Okay, price charge capital over equity. So we need to calculate equity market value, debt market value, preference share market value. Okay, equity market value is 8,000 over 0.5 into 5. Debt market value is 4,000 into 105 divided by 100 and plus bank loan 6,200, and the preference here is equal to 2,000 divided by 1 into 0.8. So let me calculate this. 8,000 over 0.5 into 5, that is 80,000. 4,000 into 1.05, 4,200 plus 6,200, 10,400, and 2,000 into 0.8, 1,600. And this is prior charge capital. And that is equal to 12,000. So price charge capital over equity 12,000 over 80,000 equal to 15%. So 15% is the correct answer. Question number 18. Government may choose to raise interest rates so that level of gearing expenditure in the economy will increase. Okay, government may choose to raise interest rate so that level of general expenditure in the economy will increase. No, this is a false statement, because whenever you increase interest rate, people will spend less. And when will you reduce interest rate, people will borrow at a less expensive cost, at a cheaper cost, and people will start doing the expenditure. Normal yield curve slope upward to reflect increasing compensation to investor for being unable to use their cash flow. Yes, this is a liquidity preference theory. The slope is up, the curve is upward sloping because the longer term bondholders will demand extra return because their funds are being used for the longer term. Yield on the long-term notes is lower than the yield on the short-term loan notes because long-term debt is less risky. That is a wrong statement. Long-term bond is more risky. Expectation theory states that future interest rate reflect expectation of future inflation rates. No. Expectation theory states that future interest rate reflect expectations of future interest rates movement. So this is a wrong statement. A company has just paid an ordinary share dividend of 32 cents and expected to pay a dividend of 33.6 cents in 1 year's time. Company has a cost of equity is 13%. D1 is given, D0 is given, so you need to calculate growth. And growth is equal to and that is 0.336 over 0.32 minus 1. So there is a growth of 5%. So market value is equal to 0.336 over 0.13 minus 0.08. That is equal to, sorry, it's 4.2. So that is the market value. The last MCQ is which of the following is or are usually seen as forms of market failure when regulation may be a solution? Imperfect competition, social costs or externalities, imperfect information. Actually, all of these are the forms of market failure. Okay, what is market failure actually? Let's discuss. Market failure is said to occur when market mechanism fail to result in economic efficiency. When the market system fails to result in economic efficiency, that situation is called market failure. And therefore the outcome is suboptimal. That means when you are not creating things up to the mark, when system is not resulting the efficiency that situation is called market failure. An important role of the government is the regulation of private market, where these fails to bring about an efficient use of resources. In response to the existence of market failure and as an alternative to taxation and public provision of production, the state often resort to regulating economic activity in a variety of ways. And these are the types that how government can intervene and government can regulate the market. For example, if there is a imperfect competition where one company large share or complete domination of the market is leading to inefficiency or excessive profits, that one company is creating monopoly and that company is creating lessening of the competition, then what government will do, government will control on prices or profit in order to try to reduce the effect of this power. Social cost. A possible mean of dealing with the problem of social costs or externalities is via some form of regulation. Regulation might include control on emission of pollutants, restriction on car use in urban areas, the banning of smoking in public building, or compulsory car insurance. So if you are creating some destruction to the environment or you are creating some social cost to the environment, government will control this by creating some controls, by creating some bans, or by imposing some cost on the use. Imperfect information. Regulation is often the best form of government action whenever informational inadequacies are undermining the efficient operation of private market. This is particularly so when consumer choice is being distorted. So government will can place the regulation whenever there is imperfect information. Equity. Government may also resort to regulation to improve social justice. Equity means fairness. If there is no fairness in the environment and one party is, so here in this case, equity means fairness. In market, let's suppose there are two parties, A and B. A party can be a very rich party, B party is very poor. There can be some unfair way of distribution of income or wealth. One party can become very rich, another party can become very poor. So government can do, by imposing taxation or some other methods, government can reduce this unfairness. So this is equity or fairness. So this is market failure. So the MCQs, which of the following are usually seen as forms of market failure when regulation may be a solution: imperfect competition, social cost, imperfect information, and unfairness. So all of these are the answers. So that's the discussion of December 2014 MCQs. If you have any query, you can email me at shoaibyaqub@ymail.com. It's not Gmail, it's ymail.com. You can contact me at www.facebook.com/shoaibcfa, and you can also subscribe this YouTube channel. You will continuously get regular updates. Thank you so much, guys.